Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the I Rate Your Squads series. So this is now episode 3, and again, I've had so many submissions from you guys coming in to be part of this series. So this video has actually been made off of the same tweet that made episode 2, because again, I had about 60 odd replies to that tweet, and of course, plenty of DMs as well. So we're doing this same video off of that first tweet, and then for the next episode, I will be putting out another tweet. So be sure to stay tuned for my Twitter for that. But I will give you guys about a day or so to actually get your submissions in, because last time I tweeted it out and it was a little bit too close to actually making the video. So next time it will be with about a day before I actually make the video. So episode 3, let's go ahead and jump into it. You guys have been loving this series so far. Again, we're going to be going with 12 squads today, and I think that's worked out pretty well in the first and second episodes, because those videos have come out about the 15-minute mark, which I think is pretty good for you guys. So first up, we have got Collin Wood, or Collin G. Wood. He says, hey JD, no money spent with only a 2,000 MT at the moment and don't want to sell except for Bamba. I would sell him. Would like to upgrade the backup centre. Almost dropped 50 with Trae Young with Galaxy Opal Rose as a defender in the Unlimited game. Pick and pop in half-court set, but would rather get out on the fast breaks. So he said he's dropped a lot with the Trae Young card, which obviously isn't a great card. Like, there's a reason that card is so cheap. And they say about the backup centre position with Mo Bamba there, and I would definitely say that is a big weak point, a literal weak point as well, because Mo Bamba's strength is only 60, so I guess it is his weakness as well. So he's going to get back down the post so easily. And I've seen a couple of gameplays with him, and not going to lie, he looks really slow out on the floor. I know he's got the 90 speed and 90 acceleration, but something about his player model just doesn't make him move freely out on the court. So I definitely think we need to get rid of the Mo Bamba card right there. And realistically, I would say sell Galaxy Opal Trae Young, move Isaac Bonga to the backup point guard position, and then that gives you plenty of MT, because you know, he said you've got 2,000 MT at the moment. That gives you plenty of MT to go ahead and pick up someone like a Harry Giles or a Bam Adebayo, or even just move the Pink Diamond Dino Raja down to the centre position, move Brandon Ingram over to the 4, and then bring Rocco over at the 3, or have Rocco at the 4 and Ingram at the 3. So that would, of course, increase your centre position, because that is a little bit of a liability at the moment. And in my opinion, Bonga, rather than Trae Young, is going to be a better option at that backup point guard position. So a solid squad, though. I mean, starting lineup is very nice and solid. Giannis obviously maybe a little bit outdated at this point of the year without the range extender, so if you do come up against a zone, it's not going to be too easy, but the other cards are all still very solid. So that is going to get an 8 out of 10 to begin this video. Alright, next up we have got YBN Devon, or Devon, however you say that. I use 21 delay, run pick and rolls with my centres, shoot off the screens or pass the open man. What improvement do you think I can make to my team? So he's balling out here, 1.3 million MT in the top right-hand corner. So Jamal Crawford, a very good card. Obviously gone 12-0 a couple of times. We've got James Worthy and Wilt Chamberlain in here. So starting lineup is fantastic. But the bench, I'm going to say it definitely needs some work. Again, Mo Bamba, don't really rate him at the centre position, and even at the power forward position. From what I've seen, it doesn't look great. I'm going to have to play with him myself to see if it is that bad. The bench unit, Jimmer, not an incredible card. You can definitely get better for a similar price to what he is. You can pick up someone like a Pink Diamond Pete Maravich, or a Pink Diamond Westbrook. Someone like that. They're definitely going to be an upgrade over little old Jimmer. Cameron is fantastic. Rudy Gay is fantastic. Rocco is also fantastic. Ralph Sampson, not great in my opinion. Definitely on the slow side. Doesn't really give you much on the offensive end either. So I would say he's got to go. If you want to have a giant down there, I don't really think you need it, because you've got Wilt Chamberlain in the starting lineup. So you can afford to run someone like a Pink Diamond Dino Raja, or a Harry Giles, Bam Adebayo, etc. You can get a more athletic centre in there rather than Ralph Sampson. But again, starting lineup is very solid. So again, I'm probably going to give this one an 8 out of 10. A very nice squad indeed. Alright, next up we have got BTB TV. I don't have much MT, but I'm willing to grind. Also, I am no money spent. That picture is very small. But it's got Pink Diamond Pistol Pete, Kevin Herter, Billy Cunningham, not quite Evo Josh yet, Scalabrine and Dino. And then off the bench, I think the bench definitely needs a little bit of work down here. So I assume he runs with Fred Brown at the 1, Ray Allen at the 2, then Isaac Bonga at the 3, Dan Issel at the 4, and then Mo Bamba at the 5. So the bench unit definitely needs some work. Fred Brown is okay, not incredible. Dan Issel really isn't that good. And again, I've already spoken a couple of times already about this Mo Bamba card. Starting lineup, though, isn't bad at all. Maybe a little bit on the short side. And you don't really have a giant down here either. If you do come up against someone with a Pink Diamond Manute or a Bol or a Ralph Sampson, you don't really have any counters to that. So I would suggest getting in a big player. Kevin Herter, again, I think you could probably get better than him for his value. I think he probably sells quite a bit because those Spotlight Sim cards are not cheap at all. And you can pick someone literally like Amethyst Lance Stevenson will slot in there and be able to do the majority of what that Kevin Herter card can do. But yeah, it's not a bad squad. Not quite on the level that we have seen so far. Obviously, not quite the same amount of Galaxy Opals. So, going to give that squad a little 7. But Dino Radja in there definitely keeps their rating high because I absolutely love that card. Next up, we've got Caleb Smith. Ray Allen and Lonzo are two of my favourite players, so I'm not getting rid of those. Any other suggestions under 150,000 MT? So we've got Zoe, Andrew Wiggins, T-Mac, KD at the 4, and Mo Bamba at the 5. So straight away, I'm going to say KD at the 4 is a bad idea, especially this Pink Diamond, the 98 rated, because I'm fairly sure he has a very, very low rebounding stats. Let's have a look at Kevin Durant, 98 rated, so rebounding, yeah, 26 offensive and 63 defensive. He is not capable at the power forward position, in my opinion, so definitely need to get him, move him down. I mean, move KP up to the starting lineup and then have KD off the bench at the 3 and then Sharif at the 4. That could definitely work out a little bit better for you. And then again, Mo Bamba at the centre position. I don't think he is anything to be screaming about. Dino Radja definitely needs to be in over him. And of course, Will Chamberlain can also start, but I assume you've got him coming off the bench just to give you that little bit of a spark down there. Other than that, Fred Brown is okay, nothing special. Ray Allen is pretty good, but again, there's better out there. He doesn't really have the dunking or the driving abilities of some of the other cards. Obviously, he's got the shooting, but there's a lot of cards out there at this point in the game that can do everything for you. So a very nice squad right there. Again, probably going to give that one an 8 because we've got the Galaxy Opal Wilt and KP, which is a very, very nice duo. And Tracy McGrady, who is a fantastic, fantastic card. I love Tracy McGrady. All right, next up into the video we go. We have Noah. This is my no money spent squad. Sorry, it's on 2K20. I'm away from the PS4. I have about 100k. I don't like to spend more than 50k on any player. Could you rate my squad, please? Massive fan of your channel and love the vids. Any suggestions would be appreciated. Thank you very much, Noah. So we don't want to be spending how much? More than 50k on a player. So we've got John Wall, Michael Redd, Rudy Gay, Giannis, Dino Radja. So a solid starting lineup. Jeremy Lin, I can only assume that is the Pink Diamond Evoed one, because if it's the Diamond level or any level lower than the Pink Diamond, it's not really a usable card. We've got Cam Reddish, Jared Dudley, Scal, Jackson Hayes. You got lucky getting Rick Fox out of their locker code. Very jealous of that. So for 50k, you could definitely make a big upgrade to this squad. It just depends on where you want to be doing it. So Jackson Hayes, I don't think is incredible. But I also think that Jeremy Lin, Pink Diamond, I think there are better options out there than him at the moment as well. So at that backup point guard position, I would say pick up the Pink Diamond Pistol Pete. I think he's fantastic. And then also at the backup centre position, we do have Bam Adebayo here already, to be fair. So I definitely recommend moving Bam over Jackson Hayes and then having Jackson Hayes as your 13th man. But yeah, not a bad squad again. Pink Diamonds looking very nice. I'll give that one a 7.5 out of 10. Next up, we have got Ben looking for a new point guard, either starting or on bench, and the budget is 115,000 MT. And we're seeing a lot of Galaxy Opals. You've got the Scottie Pippen. That's nice. So I assume you are evoing him up at the moment. We've got Tim Duncan and Josh Smith from the token reward mold, and Bradley Beal. Wow, this man has had some tokens this year. Tim Duncan, I don't really think he's anything special because his jump shot is so slow. So if you do leave him open, chances are he's going to brick it. But Melo is obviously fantastic. Caruso is a good card. Michael Redd, also a good card. Jason Kidd, nothing crazy. Doesn't have range extender, I believe, even at that 97 rated 5-star Evo level. So yeah, Jason Kidd could definitely be improved. So we've got 115k to spend on another centre, on another point guard. And I probably would suggest, again, someone like Pink Diamond Pistol Pete, I think would be a good option to put in there. You've already got the Caruso, who is a fantastic card. Other than that, Pink Diamond Westbrook is a great option as well. And then maybe the new Pink Diamond Desmond Mason, but I have heard that his animations are not good at all. So that's a bit depressing. Other than that, we've got Bradley Beal, Scottie Pippen, Rudy Gay, and Dino Radja. Very, very nice. So, going to have to give that one an 8.5 out of 10 just because we've got Melo, we've got Josh Smith, who I think is fantastic. And if you guys are at the Galaxy Opal token market and you are at that level, Josh Smith is the first guy that you should be picking up. He is absolutely fantastic. Can't recommend that guy enough. Next up, we've got Banks. Hi JD, love your vids. I'm challenging myself with an extreme budget, so at max I'm only spending 100k. And run the Bucks 2018 freelance and drive and kick. Keep up the good work. So we've got Malcolm Brogdon, Cam Reddish, Roko, some fantastic, like 3 of the best spotlights in players out there. Like, those guys are incredible. Ben Simmons definitely needs to come out of the squad just because he is such an offensive liability. Like, people can just sag off him and clog up the paint and make your life really, really hard. And again, Mo Bamba at the centre position, I don't think that is a wise move. Off the bench, Diamond Jeremy Lin, again, I don't think you should be wasting your time evoing him up at this stage of the game because it's just not worth it. Malik Beasley, Duncan Robertson, Christian Wood, PJ Washington, and Amethyst Gilbert Arenas, who definitely should be sold off. The Pink Diamond Clay, is that for the Lights Out set reward? I think it is. That's why you got Gilbert Arenas in there. And then George Mirasan in there as well. So there's a couple of players you can add in here to make this squad better for a really, really cheap budget. So obviously, Amethyst Isaac Bonga needs to be in this squad. I'm pretty sure he's been in every player's squad that we've looked at so far, so get him in there. He's nice and cheap. Then you look at people like the Diamond Danny Manning, again, under like 10,000 MT, I'm pretty sure. The new Diamond Brent Barry as well, he could come into this squad. And then at the centre position, yeah, you might need to spend a little bit more to get someone. But I think Amethyst Marvin Bagley is relatively cheap and will be better than the Mo Bamba. But yeah, at that power forward position, Diamond Danny Manning is going to be your best bet, and off the bench, like I said, pick up someone like Amethyst Isaac Bonga. Amethyst Lance Stevenson as well is also dirt cheap, and again, a really, really good player even at this stage of the game. So, going to have to give that one a 6.5 out of 10 just because we've got Sapphire in here and we've got a couple of Amethyst in terms of like Gilbert Arenas. So 6.5 out of 10 for that one, but definitely room for improvement. Next up, we have got INF. I run a lot of 3-point plays and pick and pops. I need a better backup point guard and love your content. Stay safe and any tips to my team and what's your rating? And is Mo Bamba a good investment? If you can pick up Mo Bamba for about 4k, I think that's a good investment, but I think his price is way over that at the moment. I think he's up at like 6k. So let's have a look at this squad right here. So the position was a better backup point guard. So backup point guard at the moment, I can't even see who you're running. You don't have a backup point guard unless I'm blind. So you definitely do need a backup point guard. So we've got Isaac Bonga, Lance Stevenson, Cam Reddish, Mo Bamba at the 4, and then Shaq at the 5. And then off the bench, Ray Allen, KPJ, Otto Porter, Danny Manning, and Thon Maker. So Danny Manning and Kevin Porter Jr., fantastic. Otto Porter, nothing crazy. Thon Maker at this stage of the game isn't really that viable. Ray Allen is okay, but again, nothing special. Starting lineup, Bonga, Lance and Cam Reddish, absolutely fine. Mo Bamba at the 4, you can just about get away with that, but Shaq at the 5 is way too much of an offensive liability again. You need to get rid of him. And again, Amethyst Marvin Bagley can come in for a relatively cheap price. And then at the backup point guard position, you're going to have to be looking for someone pretty damn cheap, obviously with the amount of MT you've got. So Diamond Chauncey Billups, I think, is still really, really cheap. So pick him up. He's going to come in and be a very nice addition to the squad. And then, yeah, I'd probably recommend updating the backup small forward as well. And in there, I'll probably suggest someone like the Diamond Gerald Wallace. I think he is a fantastic, fantastic card. So, that's going to do it. And again, I'm going to have to give this one probably the lowest rating so far. It's probably going to be a 6 on that one. INF, I do apologise, but plenty of time for you to get that sorted for the next episode and be included again and get a higher rating. Next up, we have got EBX Evolved. Hey JD, love the vids. Have about 50k MT. Please give me any suggestions. Keep up the work. I will keep up the work. So we've got Jevon Carter, a very, very slept on card, a very underrated card, a very powerful card for his price. Cam Reddish, Roko, Danny Manning, Shaq at the centre position, so that's not great right there. Isaac Bonga, Ray Allen, Gerald Wallace, Mo Bamba, and Marvin Bagley. So not bad at all. So you've got about 50k to work with. And again, I would say that centre position does need some work. And with 50k, I don't think anymore you can afford the Pink Diamond Dino Raja. I think he's gone up to like 60k. So you are going to have to settle for someone like the Diamond Harry Giles, who is still a fantastic card, and of course Diamond Bam Adebayo. So either of those two guys can come in at that centre position instead of Shaq, and then you might need to just put Shaq down into the 13th man slot or something like that, just in case you do come up against a giant. But other than that, it is a very, very nice budget squad. I'll give that one a 7.5 out of 10. It's a very, very solid, well put together squad, but obviously no Pink Diamonds or Galaxy Opals knocking about, so it's not going to get a super high rating. Next up, we've got 2K Gord, who comes in and says, hey man, I run the Books Playbook. The Books Playbook, I assume you mean the Bucks, with the 2018 Hawks freelance. I do a lot of pick and pops and pick and rolls. Also play 1v1 with my centres. got around 250k on my auctions, but can easily get MT, so about 350k MT budget. I'm not sure with my bench shooting guard, power forward, although I love DeMar's release. So we got a grinder over here. He's got the Galaxy Opal James Harden. Buddy Hield, maybe a little bit undersized at the shooting guard position. We've got James Worthy's obviously fantastic. Bol and Wilt, a very powerful combination. We've got John Wall, DeMar DeRozan, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Isaac, and Dino Radja. So you're looking at the shooting guard and power forward position. Jonathan Isaac is fantastic, but doesn't have the range extender. And at the moment in Unlimited, there's a lot of people running zones. And if you are coming up against the zone, you really need to have range extender players out on the floor. And that is where the cheap old Diamond Danny Manning comes into his own, because he is a fantastic, fantastic player. Pink Diamond DeMar DeRozan, he's still very good. His stats are fantastic. Badges-wise is a little bit outdated. So you could obviously go ahead, get him sold, and pick up two of the new guys. You're looking at Pink Diamond Michael Redd and Pink Diamond Andrew Wiggins. And in my opinion, they should come onto the squad for Buddy Hield as well, just because they've got that extra height and, of course, the extra Hall of Fame badges. But a very good squad. Starting lineup, very, very strong. Going to give that one an 8.5 out of 10. All right, we move on, and we have got Dustin. Here's my updated squad. I'm open to any suggestions that you have, and keep up the amazing daily content. Thank you very much, Dustin. I shall do so. So we have got two incredible point guards in Luka Doncic and Magic Johnson. The only Galaxy Opals on the squad are both at that point guard position, which in my opinion needs to change. But we've got Cameron Rocco, Pascal Siakam, Dino Radja, so very strong. Michael Redd, Andrew Wiggins, Giannis, and Bam Adebayo. So I would say sell off the Magic Johnson when he goes up. I mean, he's already going up in price quite a lot since last week when the promo super packs came out. So I would suggest go ahead, get him sold. Then you can just move this Isaac Bonga across, and that'll give you about 400-ish K to then go ahead and splash out on the rest of the squad. But Cam Reddish is fantastic. Rocco is good. Obviously, doesn't give you too much offensively. He's got a great three-pointer, but driving and mid-range aren't incredible. Off the bench down here, Redd and Wiggins, very, very nice combination. Giannis, like I said earlier, maybe a little bit outdated at this point in the game. But yeah, two of the best point guards in the game right there. So really can't complain about that. A very solid squad. I'm going to give that one another 8.5 out of 10. And that brings us on to the final squad of the day. And it is going to be from Rocket Plays. It says, rate my squad. I'm an offline player because I don't have PS Plus. I'm also no money spent and started in January. Pink Diamond Pascal Siakam is going to replace Bob Pettit. I'm going to replace Wood with Bagley. The last three are there just to show respect to them. Love the contents. We've got Bogut, Kobe, and Ray Allen down in those final three spots. So, Alex Caruso, very nice. Andrew Wiggins, got lucky getting Rick Fox in the locker code. Jealous of that. Bob Pettit is coming out of the squad. Bill Russell at the centre position. And then we've got Gilbert Arenas down here, obviously because he's locked in for the set for Bill Russell. Cam Reddish, DeMar DeRozan, Hachimura, and Christian Wood. So you say you're going to replace Wood with Bagley, which is a good move in my opinion, and then replace Bob Pettit with Siakam, which again I do think is a good option. Other than that, it doesn't really look like you've got the MT to be able to make any changes, and obviously you have locked in this set, so you are stuck, sadly, with the Gilbert Arenas, Bob Pettit, Bill Russell, and DeMar DeRozan for the rest of the year. It's a pretty solid squad. It's not bad at all. Probably give that one a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10, and that is going to do it for this video, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Like I said, be sure to stay tuned on my Twitter. In the next couple of days, I will put out another tweet asking for you guys to send over your squads for the next episode. So if you want to be featured, be sure to stay tuned on Twitter. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.